Alright, hello everybody, welcome back. Hello, now Fluli. I almost forgot you changed your name too. My Wi-Fi actually went down last night, so I'm streaming a little earlier than I have been for these game dev weeknights. And I'm really gonna try to stick with that. So, fingers crossed I can stick with it, but my weeknight streams tend to just be a little whenever's best for me because work weeks are busy and life is stressful. So I just squeeze these in whenever's best for me. But yeah, I think we're starting to form a good schedule for when I want to do at least these Kid Icarus arena things. So I have downloaded over the like 5+ like years I've been doing game development, like I always save the free, used to be free for the month, now it's free for like every other week, but it's through Fab, and Fab's integration kind of really sucks and pisses me off, so I haven't been as good about it since they bought Fab. But I still have a ton of stuff from like the free for the month type of things that Epic Games would do. So I was able to find that I did indeed have some castle assets and some textures, because our blockout is actually pretty close to the layout of this anyway, because these arenas were on the 3DS, so they weren't very complex geometry wise. So our blockout on its own is already pretty close to that. Now if we wanted to, we could just slap materials on everything and call it a day, but I do think I'll replace some of the actual walls and stuff, and we'll kind of do it case by case, whether we want to just place materials on it if I feel like we have geometry that's closer than what the meshes provide, but for some of the actual structures we might replace them with like castle structures and castle meshes, because I'm not doing all that. You're out of mobile data, no! Oh. I was like on a train this weekend and I was like trying to do the mobile checkout where you check out of your hotel. I should have done it in the elevator, but I was having some like tummy issues, so I'm like, well, let's say we missed the train and like we still technically have 2 hours until checkout and we need to go back to the hotel and I need to lay down or something. Like, I'm like, I'll check out once I'm seated on the train. Train's underground. Starts underground, so I like couldn't until like there was an opening where sunlight like came in through the window and I was able to like spam the button and get it. But yeah, mobile data can be a pain sometimes. But Wi-Fi can also be a pain. Like my router went down the other night. It told me I was on Wi-Fi, it did that thing, but secretly it was actually on data and using my data. It did the connected but not connected, the connected but no internet thing, and I was like, oh, I've been on data the whole time and it never changed the icon. I need a new phone. I need a new phone. Next month, both me and my partner need new phones. Next month's gonna be the month. We've been saying it that we both have needed new phones like our entire relationship. It's been like, oh, it's been well over a year. Several months over. Like, I've needed a new phone probably for 2 or 3 years now, and I've been like, nah, I'll get it. I'll get it set up. I gotta get a new one set up this year though. Like, the crazy thing is I went to Disney World and I did all the lightning lane stuff on a phone that is starting to struggle with running apps and using data and stuff. Don't ask me how, but I was able to do like a virtual queue for Tiana's and like get us in one of the early boarding groups. But my phone glitched out and it wouldn't refresh the app to tell me that I got a spot. So I remember waking up that morning and like dragging my feet out to like the friends and being like, I messed up my big brain plan that we could just get a virtual queue for Tiana's. It didn't work. I'm like, we can try again at 1 o'clock or see if a lightning lane opens up, but I fumbled. I didn't get a slot. And they were like, it's okay, it's okay. So we go to ride Space Mountain, because what I had done was I had swapped my, like, reservation for... You want to strategically get any reservation first thing in the day, so it technically unlocks your ability to park hop with reservations. So I got us one earlier for Space Mountain instead of a later one for Splash Mountain, essentially. And that was my big brain play. But once we got off of that, I get the notification and they're like, your boarding group for Tiana's is ready. And I turn around and I'm like, y'all, I didn't even know we had a boarding group. And I'm like, so we have to book it across the entire park right now because they're only open for an hour. I'm like, surprise. But I don't know how I did a Disney trip. I actually have done 2 Disney trips because I did Disneyland also off of that phone. No idea how, but I'm pushing my luck. I'm pushing my luck and I really need to figure it out. You live on a hill. Oh, for the Wi-Fi stuff? Sometimes location can affect Wi-Fi. I know Wi-Fi's gotten a lot better in rural areas with like all the space satellite stuff. I'm not scientist. But all of that stuff, it's gotten a lot better. But I feel like the tricky part now isn't even like Wi-Fi, like where it is, if you can reach anywhere in rural areas now. It's internet providers are going to be scammy and they're always going to try to oversell and underproduce. So it's trying to find out which one's telling the truth and will actually have good customer service rather than whether or not you can get it anymore. So I wish I had advice on that, but I do not. I'm having the same issue. I legitimately, at my parents' place, the cord, we had fiber internet, the cord ran through our neighbor's backyard, and there were some weekends I couldn't stream. It was happening during our Final Fantasy 16 playthrough, a game I was very excited about to play. We would miss complete weekends of streaming, and I wanted to beat it a lot faster than I did, and some people gave me shit for that. They were like, why haven't you beaten it yet? And I'm like, well, I want to stream it, but I can't stream because the internet goes out for 2 to 3 days at a time. So I've been there essentially, and I've cried about it. I've cried about it too. Especially when I was like long distance and when your internet goes out. Sobbed. Ate a lot of ramen noodles, continued to sob. So yeah, I feel for all the rough Wi-Fi spots. Hopefully me streaming earlier tonight means internet tends to, if it goes out, it'll go out in the middle of the night and be back by morning, thankfully. So hopefully we can get some good work done and our internet won't go out. Hopefully. But yeah, I hope everyone is doing okay. I will say I am taking about the next week of streams off. I might be able to squeeze a bonus stream in next Monday or Tuesday, maybe earlier in the evening. It might just be an hour or 2, and it might just be like a Hades. We might do a singular like Hades 2 Underworld run, just because I do want to upgrade our weapon for the next time we play Hades 2. So we might do like a quick Hades 2 like stream. I'm also going to be watching the parents' cat, Mocha, the one, the only, the superstar. She will be here for a few days next week, so I might try to squeeze in a short bonus stream simply to hold her up to the camera like Queso does with his cat. Get some clippable moments and call it nights. But I feel like I have to do some sort of stream when Mocha's here just for the chance, the rare Pokemon shiny chance that she'll show up on camera. But potential bonus stream. But other than that, we're taking a week off of normal streaming. I will be out of town this weekend, so no weekend streams. And while I will be around next week, I want to focus on some work stuff, and we'll also be in between arenas. I'm planning to wrap up this block out of the Forgotten City level from Kid Icarus tonight. That doesn't mean we won't go back and revise the gameplay and revise the art of it in the future. We might once we have a few more arenas under our belt, and once I do a little more research on what I want to change with the entire system off stream. So it's not the last time we'll ever see this level, but I will consider it the end of our initial blockout after tonight. We're just gonna do a designer art pass because I'm not an artist, but I do want to make it look a little prettier. So we're gonna put some materials in, put a few more lights here and there, and put some castle meshes in and make it look a little closer to the 3DS game. But yeah, we'll do that tonight. Next week we'll be off, but I do have some exciting game dev stuff anyway that I will ping you all about in the Discord, and I'll talk about on our next game dev stream. But when we come back in 2 weeks for game dev streams, we will be starting a new Kid Icarus level. We'll still be making these arenas for a little bit, but we will do a new level, and the next one on my list is Spiral Tower. It almost kind of feels like a capture the flag level, even though there's not a mode like that in the game. So it makes me think maybe we could make that a thing, but who knows? Who knows? But yeah, that one's a little more complex, not super complex. It's really just the towers, the only complex part, and then it's some rocks and landscaping. But there are some improvements I can already think that I want to make to that level. Such as making the water in that level hot springs for healing, having some more hazards, and like changing some of the jump pad stuff to be accessible for AI. So there is a bit more to do with it, and it's not all square cubes in a square arena. It's got a bit of a natural shape to it. So we will be focusing on that starting next month, and I'm assuming we'll do 4 streams for that arena too. So we'll do a paper design and planning stream, we'll do a blockout stream, we'll do a gameplay pickup and revision stream, and then we'll do an art pass stream, if all goes well. And you're okay. In fact, I'll message you in case you can't hear me. But yeah, if you guys ever can't watch the stream because of Wi-Fi stuff, don't stress about it. I just hope your Wi-Fi gets better. But yeah, I'll message you in case I'm just speaking gibberish right now and you haven't heard anything I've been saying. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop into some thingamabobs. But yeah, this is the level from Kid Icarus Uprising that we are referencing from. It's basically PvP arena mode. It's a very simple level, but a good place to start. Not the best level, not the worst level, not the simplest one, not the most complex. I think this is a perfect, like, average Kid Icarus arena space right here. So, good place to start. This was our paper design of it. And then here we have side by sides. The pictures on the left are from our first blockout stream of this, and then the pictures of the right are from our previous stream with this, where we made a few revisions, added a few more details, but most important— oh, and added pickups. That's probably the most important. But also equally important is, you may notice there's some of these gray blockout pieces now. I just inhaled spit. Oh my god. But, the gray blockout pieces are, we did a cover pass for, meshes that weren't in the original 3DS game, but ones I added because the template we're using a gameplay template called Lyra, Unreal Lyra, however you pronounce it, but it's a third-person team deathmatch shooter template which is free to use. It's very easy to use as is, but it is very annoying and frustrating to tweak. So that's why some of the gameplay stuff I've wanted to change isn't quite in yet, because it's going to unfortunately require a little more muscle power. Like even just changing health, they didn't make it a public health component. It's buried God knows where, I still haven't found it. But just small things that you think would be easy to use just are not for whatever reason, and a lot of stuff, like some of the weapons are broken, and it like they just shipped it knowing and released it knowing it's broken. I don't know if it's meant to be a brain teaser for us or what, but whatever. It works bare minimum for now, and hopefully we are able to tweak it to get it looking a little better in the future. But yeah, that is what changes we kind of made over the past few streams. And this, it's already looking a little different. This is what we have currently. I went in and the changes I made so far were I changed the horizon color a bit to be a bit more saturated in blue, just to kind of match the tone of the game a bit more. I put our template stuff into a folder that actually reads template, so that it's easier to hide when I'm taking screenshots, basically. And we shouldn't need any of that stuff tonight, because we're just art passing what we already have. And then I also, I know the lighting's like building badly and seeping through, and it's something we need. I want to do something more polished in the future with this, and I've done a few lighting passes in the past, but I also, it's fun. Yeah, I've done like two or three professional lighting, smaller lighting things, where it's like you don't have any artists, so it's like, hey, level design's like the next best thing for lighting. So I've had to like learn how to do lighting, but the knowledge like escapes me. It like exits my brain and goes into hibernation. So I know somewhere in my brain how to make this prettier, but for now, just to remind me that I want to do something with the lighting here, I put a warm rectangle light in this entrance because there's some god rays coming through this area in the game. We already have a directional light pointing through here, so you get the shadows are now lined up correctly, but I want just a few god rays in the finished product, like however many arenas we have by the end of the year. I want some god rays sprinkled in there, please. But yeah, I will go ahead and play around here just to warm up and to show what we have now in the blockout. Reminder, I'm not actually good at this, but I try my best. My god. And go teammate. Woo. So yeah, hence why I said some of the stuff movement-wise is a bit off compared to what we want to have to make it closer to the actual game. But yeah, it's some push and pull we're having right now with wanting to be authentic to the original layout, but also like when some people ask, why did they change levels from Splatoon 1 to Splatoon 3, you know? It's because the movement's different, and that drastically affects how a level feels. I haven't gotten any kills. What the? Okay, there we go. That's better. Oops, I dodged the wrong direction, like a pro. Actually, like, I think even this weapon's a bit bugged because, oh! I think this one's a bit bugged because it keeps firing, like, a bit after I use it. Oh, it's throwing me off. I know they're here. I hear. I'll probably just let the computer players demonstrate and just simulate some of the testing after I demonstrate my lack of skill. I do want to bump, even though it seems like that would make the situation worse, right? But the actual game modes are locked in. Yeah, the actual game modes are for teams of 3v3. Hello? Let the grenade... Man. Well, we lost, because I suck, but... it's playable. I do think the navigation is a lot better than it was looking the other day. I think it's just first match of the night. But yeah, let's start focusing on the let's start focusing on the actual art pass now and get into it. I do want, we'll probably go for like 1 or 2 more hours. I don't want this to be super long, but I do want to get to a place at the end of today where we're like, we did it. It's good. GG. I'm gonna move the reference images over a bit. If anyone wants to see them, feel free to shout out, but I'm just gonna have it pulled up on my other monitor so I can see what we're doing here. Okay, so let's just start with the overall ground is mostly, it's mostly grass and like grass over stone, which I think this material here does a pretty good job of representing that. We also have this one more for like the walls. But yeah, I like this material here. And then that could probably be good for just the base material of everything. I am going to we're going to make a new level really quickly. Empty level. And we're going to call it art. And now that we've... Ooh, that might be hard to do. Oh, it's loaded. Let me see if this would break. It may break this. If so, I will just leave it for now. Yeah. Oh my gosh, these things are so picky. I forget what I have to set this to for the brush component. Order to first, order to last. Or, it's because we need to duplicate this too. There we go, there we go. Let's see if I can duplicate this like little wedge piece as well. Nice. So some of these pieces of geometry that are BSPs that I like, sometimes they get a bit fussy when you move them across sub-levels, so what we'll do is we'll just duplicate it into the art level. Yeah, that way when we turn the block out off, I think we need to move some of the lights back out. But we'll basically be able to hide all of these block out pieces and have it just be art pieces at the end of the night. Go into the meshes. If we find some of the stone stuff, just want to pull this up real quick and look at okay, yeah, it's using a specific perf that I want to put a stone a more solid stone material along the bottom, but it might just make sense to just line the meshes with this. Or just let's just keep copying this. Oh, that was the block out one. Can adjust the scale. Yeah, we'll likely layer some castle stuff over this, but just so we're not technically using the blockout materials and the grid materials on this for my sanity. In case someone clips through the floor, they can be like, oh, it's all good. I'm gonna paste this here and try to just do the base. Can I just directly, ooh, we can just do that. Yeah, I'm just going to use the base color of this then for the blackout in here that we want to replace. So yeah, for now there's gonna be a bit of like some overlapping stuff. So I just delete it? I don't want to delete it. I'll just deal with it. Yeah, let me see how this, where the grass pieces are at the spawn. If I remember, there's a little grass patch for like most of this. So let's copy this material and put it gonna put it on here, and now we're going to start layering some of the stonework across. I do floor. Is this an infinitely It's not world aligned, so we will just manually place these. And I made the snap size a bit bigger, that way it's easier to snap them together. Also, now that I think about it, I really am just like retexturing some of the blockout stuff. So I am gonna keep the blockout level and delete the... We'll keep them both open at the same time. We'll keep some of the blockout pieces in there. Actually, wait, before I do that, let me save a backup of it. Block out archived. Okay, so now we have just a version of that. If we need to, or want to, like, go back and revisit it. But now we're free to fully edit this one. But I'll keep adding any new meshes to the art one. Again, for clarity's sake. This, is this at the right, is this at the right angle? How realistically can we warp this to be the right angle? Oh my god. Oh wait, I guess we'd be stretching it this way too. Oh. Alright, that's not gonna work properly. I was like, it's working, it's working. That's, yeah, that must be like the... I'm guessing that's the normal map probably acting up. Fine, fine, fine. Could also just do the simpler thing of... we line these up. Have those corner pieces for the floor. I think we do. if I'm just quiet a lot of the stream and vibing out, it's because art passes are very time consuming for me. So it's probably gonna be a real chill stream. Me just grooving. Oh my gosh, this isn't... Okay, that's probably a more... It's not the perfect triangle, no. Though do I even have anything that would... I might just have... I need to find a ramp that'll replace this. I can't assemble this whole thing. Not for a designer art pass. See, we could. The easy answer is stairs, but they're not stairs in the game, so I don't want to. I simply don't want to. Thick wall angle. I think this is the one we like just tried out. Maybe this? And then like a triangle. We could do a triangle wedge piece. Worst case scenario, what we could also do is just exactly what we did over here, and we just do a material pass on stuff, and then we add like the foliage on top of it, the trees and the grass. This might work. Hold on. So we might have to, if we have to go one direction, wider or thinner, let's go thinner. No. Oh, these are gonna be a little hard to line up. You know what? Because we have this little custom wedge piece here, I'm overthinking this. I'm a level designer. Let's go ahead and let's do a material pass on like almost everything, and then we'll see what else we have time for after that. Let me see if I can make this. World instance. Is that what it's called? Texture coordinate? Alright, yeah. Let's just try. Actually, no, there's a way to make it like world aligned or something. I'm like blanking on the specific name. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of stuff they're putting in there. Let's see what this says. World aligned texture. Is it as simple as plugging it into there? Because we're just using the base color, so if we just put this flow 3, should go into texture v3. No. Why doesn't it like, or do I need world position? I need to get the texture object. Is it world aligned? Too too small though. That is too tiny. Let's see. Okay, let's set it to be higher. I just want the stone a little bit bigger. 256. It will look a bit funny going from these directly to like a flat, non-normal surface, but I'm gonna let it slide for now because 3DS. So let's just keep that there. As long as we've got it lined up, I can kind of recreate the texture with the normal. Actually, maybe I should just try to do that. I have the other stuff here. I mean, yeah, I do have everything I need here. Okay, so what do we have? This into our normal. Let's see if that looks any better. Alright, it's not fully there, but it is looking a little better. Just look at this for fun. I think I need to put this in for roughness, metallic and ambient, don't I? I'm rusty. Okay, something went wrong with. Maybe it's not metallic, because something's a little off. Did I close the window? Oh my goodness. Okay, maybe it's the ambient. Yeah, that was rough metallic ambient, right? I'm not crazy? Maybe it's the way it's being blended. Pull up the other one. I really should not spend the whole night on textures, but I am perplexed. What happens if we get rid of this? Yeah, I guess I'll just have to be a little shinier. I feel like, yeah, something went wrong with that part. That will have to be investigated another time. For now, let's just keep placing this. Then we need to stack some walls up here. Let me do again. Let me do this material pass first so we know where to put stuff. This is a stone ramp. I really should charge my 3DS for tonight. Oh well. But that's a stone ramp, as is that a stone walkway. This is an entire stone piece. Stone. See this little cover spot over here. This one's actually, it's stone on the sides and then it's grass on top. Stone up here. Though it is important to note some of these stone things do have a lot of like grass lining. Like painted on. Actually, I wonder, are there any decals of grass? Ooh. Oh, that's perfect. I was like, I don't want to do full like painting or anything, but if we have some decals. Though it's not lining up as I hoped and dreamed, but it's fine. The only thing I don't like about expanding decals like this is how decals work is they just project on. Oh, that's better. They just kind of project on everything underneath it. So you can run into issues and bugs where, I don't like that. I'll keep it on the bottom. But you can run into issues where, like, players run by decals and it projects onto them as well. So you've got to thin them out a little bit. Decal work is like stuff you save for the end though. I don't know. I just got excited that there were decals. I should not be placing these right now. What am I doing? But yeah, that can make it look a little more varied, not so like flat and stuff. Add a little more life to it. But I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. My goodness, let's just get the basic stuff in. I feel like, so the interior is pretty much, like, this is all stonework in here. So let's go ahead and swap over to some mesh work right now. Oh, not you. Look for some of the stone walls. I just saw them earlier when I wasn't looking for them. The little, yeah, these little dudes. Oh, this dude's like at an angle. Oh, I don't like how this one's at an angle at all, actually. Not you, Leek. Yeah, we'll use this, so even though it does have these flimsy little fences in the game, this is where one of our first differing points will be. We'll replace them with these castle walls for here. these gonna assemble nicely? They seem to. How did these connect? I feel like there's probably a corner piece that I'm not seeing. So we'll just do this for now. Have like a half version of this. Guess what we could do is we could bring this in a bit more. Got those. Let's add thick wall to layer underneath. And then once I have like this thick wall part outlined around everything else, I'll turn this block into just a little like grass patch area. My headset's gonna die, but I just charged it. It's telling me please charge. I did. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm also spitballing here because this is busy work. But I'm excited to get off and play some Sims. I did cave and I bought the new expansion pack. I got it pre-ordered. Even though I've been saying it's not going to be worth $40, and I stand by it. I don't think it'll be worth the full $40. But I got that. And I also got the laundry, what's it, stuff pack, and the camping game pack, which are both early years Sims 4 packs. But it's because I started a new Decades playthrough. I found one that like wasn't racist. Like it specified like, hey, you don't need to be racist in your Decades playthrough, by the way. And I'm like, I like you already. Some Decades playthroughs are like, well, for historical accuracy, and I'm like, get that out of here. Get that out of here. I just want to know what years I need to send them to war and what years they need to have the plague and how long they have to eat berries before they can cook grilled cheese. That's all I gotta know. That's all I want for my Decades stuff. But I found like a longer challenge. It's not the ultimate like a super long one that goes all the way back to medieval times that you basically need mods for. But I found one that starts in the 1800s, like, and I kind of remade the little house from Little House on the Prairie as my starting house. But yeah, I'm so excited. we're gonna do a little trick here called boop. A little trickery do. Guess we can make this slightly smaller. Scoot it over to match that. Again, we can scoot that in a little more. But yeah, I just randomized the appearances for my founding sims. I spent a lot of time on like their outfits and stuff to make sure they were like decade appropriate, but I kind of just randomized their starting base and I loved them. I love them already, but my thing glitched out, and even though in cast it says that my founding sims are partners, they aren't acting like they're married. It's not showing up they're married in game, and they have no romantic relationship with each other at all. So I'm stressed because it's a decades playthrough, and basically it's like, because you've got to produce an heir, and then you've got to keep it going, but there's so much going on. You gotta have them have as many kids as possible as early as possible, just in case bad stuff happens, which it tends to at the start of a decades playthrough. So I've been stressed and I've been trying to get them to fall in love, but I realized, wait, they're falling in love anyway. Oh my gosh, like, they have to start a farm, so he was like doing all the farm work. She walked out on her own to help him. Like, I didn't tell them to do this, but he was planting the crops and she was watering them, and then he's starting to like her because like she told a joke and was all goofy, and he just like smiled at her and got a positive moodlet. So I'm already like, I'm so invested in their drama. Oh, this is why stuff was not lining up properly. What the? There we go. That's fine. No, that's fine. But yeah, I'm falling for them, but they do gotta... I'm playing by the rules, so they need to get married before any shenanigans can happen. But shenanigans need to happen because it's a decades playthrough, and, you know, otherwise it's going to be a very short playthrough. It'd be like, oops, no heirs. The game's over. It is made a little bit, I feel a little bit better with the life and death pack. Like, worst case scenario, you just like get reincarnated and you live as a ghost. It's not really the best for doing a decades playthrough, but I could do that. But yeah, I really want to start up some sort of legacy challenge on, oh, I should not have edited this one. Yeah. But yeah, I really want to start up a decades playthrough on the channel at some point, whether it's in Sims 4 or... I think the first thing I'd want to try to do is I'd want to write some sort of legacy playthrough that goes across all 4 Sims games, because I haven't seen any. And like, that's what I'm really wanting to do, and what I'm yearning to do. Is I'm like, I want to have that, but I'm like, I don't want a super specific list of stuff to do, but I do want some guidance. So we'll see. But if you are a fan of The Sims, I'm going to be playing, there already is a new update that I've been playing on my own, but the new expansion pack, like I just said, I have it pre-ordered and ready now. So I will be playing that. on the channel that first weekend, and then the rest of March we are going to be playing the other 3 mainline Sims games. We've started up our current like Sims file is an ongoing lore thing and continuation of a Metopia playthrough we did like in 2021, 2022. It's been a few years, but we made, now that Sims 1 and 2 are on Steam, we made those families in kind of like a post-Metopia prologue to Sims 4 in between chapter of lore for Sims 1 and 2. So we will revisit Sims 1, we'll revisit Sims 2, and then we will make those characters in Sims 3 as well, which I've had on Steam for a while, but we haven't streamed that one yet either. And since we've streamed 3 out of the 4 mainline games at this point, why not wrap it up, right? Oh, it really isn't. It's like, why isn't it that tall? It's off. That's okay, but I'm kind of like fiending to get back and play more. But I must do game dev first. But yeah, I think it will be a rough art pass, but that way it gives me, if I want to do something, gives me stuff to investigate next week. I'm gonna do a silly here and just go. Oh, I didn't realize this was not scaling properly either. That's fine. Give it a little grass patch over here. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. I want this to carry over, this kind of theming with snapping on, thank you. I do feel like, I've been back on, like, I've already been trying to plan out some of my next travel trips. I've been, like, looking at destinations, and, like, then hotels, and then, like, travel, and, how to get from place A to place B. I'm like, ooh, this is fun. So I am starting to get, like, a bit of that again, as well as, like, getting addicted to The Sims yet again. But it's also, like, the most creative, like, rush I've felt in a bit. I know I'm not showing it right now because we're doing an art pass. And I don't have any good, like, clutter things, just kind of architectural things. So I know it's not being demonstrated at all at the moment, but it has really helped me with, like, work and getting stuff done. I'm like, oh yeah, I feel motivated today. It's nice. I think this is supposed to be another grass kind of patch here. I think this will need a lot of, like, decal work to make it pop out a bit better. I'll leave that there for now. If you guys are wondering why I'm leaving some of the cover pieces, it's because I'll add those in. I guess not last, so we should do foliage last, but I'll kind of save them for closer to the end. That way we can, oh, my cat. Arthur! I'm streaming and my partner's working late tonight. So we're both, like, occupied and the door's closed and my cat's just sobbing. We left him for 24 hours to go on, like, an overnight trip. 24 hours, that's it. Plenty of food, clean litter box, plenty of water, plenty of toys, plenty of sunshine. But he's looking at me so sad. I'm gonna be gone this weekend. He's so sad. He's carrying his toy around and screaming. He's not hurt, he's not injured. I know it sounds like something is horribly wrong, but that is his singing voice, believe it or not. That's just what the child sounds like. He is well, I promise. I just heard him say no in the other room. He's sassy is what he is. Okay, but let me leave that all alone for now. Oh, but now that I've started this, I really need to. Actually, I guess I could find fencing. Is there wood fencing for? That would be sick if. Yo, there is. Okay, I'm gonna leave it set up like this over here. And then we're gonna put. Oh my god, this is the best day of my life. And then we'll do the rest with wood fencing. Because I'm like, oh, it makes sense to change it into more of a fortress thing for this corner, but I can't do it for the whole thing. Actually, let me. Oh, they have stairs ones. Oh my god. I need to angle them a bit differently. I am gonna scale it up to 2, I think. Actually, maybe just like 1.5. Yeah, we'll just do 1.5. Just to line it up with our block out a bit more. Oh, it's not gonna play nice though. Yeah, I think I'll probably just be better reorientating these. As much as it sucks to do so. So yeah, do 1.6. That way we can do that. It's like, if only there were wooden guardrails. Yo, shout out to this pack. Again, I didn't make any of the art seen here. It's from a pack on Unreal called Medieval Castle. I think it's like Modular Medieval Castle Volume 1 is the exact naming. So shout out to all the people that make asset packs so I don't have to cry myself to sleep thinking about them. Put a little piece of block out right here for now. I do still have my Zelda Legacy challenge going, but I don't think I gave myself enough challenges at the start of it, you know? I do think I'm not gonna fully drop it. I think I'll switch between that and the Decades one as I see fit. Or maybe I might even move one of them to this PC. Like, move the save over. So that I can have a Sims game to play when I'm bored out here versus bored in the other room. I gotta have a Legacy playthrough going on each. I'm built different. We'll leave some breaks in the fence. Why not? Increase the snapping again. Thought I did? Hello? Increase it a bit more. I want it to be easy to snap. Oh, because I switched. That's why I switched it to. Never mind. To 1.6, so it won't snap evenly. I forgot. I'm silly. then I think, yeah, we just keep continuing this all the way over here. Okay, so after this, what we'll do, because like after this, we'll tackle placing some actual stone pieces in here. Then we'll focus on replacing the cover pieces and replacing things like this. Wait, I'm also excited about this Decades playthrough I'm doing on my own. Because, like, started from just newly developing Western Town. It's fun to start because you have to actually choose, like, a country-themed world and, like, clear it out and empty it out so that you're the only family, at least in the neighborhood. It says to empty the whole world, but I kind of just moved everyone into the northernmost neighborhood. And then kept my lot in one of the neighborhoods, not by like the central town stuff. So that it's very far out, away from everything, and away from everybody, and moved out and emptied all the houses in the particular neighborhood. But the world I'm using for the country living here is the one that comes in the horse expansion pack, the Chestnut Ridge. Which is one of the worlds I've played the least in Sims 4, I feel. Even though my family, like, my mom and my sister are certified horse girls. I love them. And then, like, I used to legitimately, no joke, I would dream about, and I wanted the, Sims 3 Pets pack so badly because it had horses. So I would dream about getting, I didn't even have Sims 3 yet at the time when that pack came out. Like, I wanted that, and the university pack for Sims 3 seemed like so amazing to me. Even though they had pets and they had school, they had pets packs since like Sims 1, right? And then they had university in Sims 2, I believe. They still did. They had some sort of university thing in Sims 2, I think. But I was just something about seeing the Sims 3 versions just like was really exciting. So I was really excited for the horse pack, and I don't think it's the worst pack. A lot of people I think are too harsh on it. I'm not even a country person. Country can sometimes get on my nerves a bit. But I'm like, well, it's not that bad of a pack. There is definitely more I wanted from it, but I feel like that can be said for most Sims 4 packs. But yeah, the world itself, I built like one file in it, and that was kind of it. So I've only ever played it a little bit. But now that I've cleared it out, like, it's so perfect if you're starting like Little House on the Prairie style. It's so perfect. Because the only people that pass through town right now, they go through on horseback. They go through on horseback, and like I picked a lot where there is like there is a dock to go fishing and grab water, but it's like quite a walk away, so my Sims have to start their day fetching water and food in the morning. I don't know how they're gonna do that in the winter, but that'll be a fun thing to discover when it comes around. So I'm gonna... Oh, ooh, I needed to change that. But yeah, I'm really enjoying getting to see like the world like that. I think I want to split like the legacy lot into like 3 different areas, because then when the Industrial Revolution happens, you're able to move your Sims into the city. So I'm trying to decide either between like the obvious one is like to get an apartment in like the city living pack, but I don't know, either that or maybe like the Love Struck pack even. I'm trying to see what the best like city option would be. If there was a residential lot in the city, maybe. But yeah, I definitely want to move somewhere more populated, for most of it once that hits. But then I also want to find a world to treat as like the suburbs to have them move into by like the 90s, 2000s-ish. But I'm excited, My cat is singing, he's excited about something. So we have these arches here. Is there a way to pick a... Is this one a bit wider? No. Ah, this one. We can work with this one. Don't know why I'm so focused on fixing this when it doesn't really need to be fixed. Let's see. Actually, before I even drop it fully in. Does that line up okay? Yeah, that lines up great. Oops, wrong button. Why? I didn't realize all of this would be off too. Oh my goodness. This is a pain. Can't really move that without moving the ramp. Just keep it like that then. Did it not? No. No! Okay, that's fine. That'll work. And then I know I saw something with, what is this? Octagon? I know I saw some sort of tower base in here, unless that's something we have to assemble. Which it probably is. Actually, I've been silly. There's been a merged folder. Well, that's okay. A lot of this we had to individually put together anyway. Maybe not the walls, but we can use the full walls for this. Let's see. Got some hot chocolate. In the grommet mug. Really just have to look at. Actually, I don't know if any of these. Well, maybe one of these might work. We need to put something on top of this so it could be walkable. That could work. Oh, it wouldn't be pointy like the original, but we are taking some liberties to modernize it. And yeah, I'd be leaving out the bottom, but that's okay. Gonna do this, and then do we have a circle? We have a floor that's in the shape of a circle. We do. Perfect. Oh, that wasn't snapped to anything at all. Oh my goodness. There's that. In fact, I'll group these together. That's fine. That's fine for now. Then this right here is kind of just like a destroyed wall, I believe. If I look at the reference image. Yeah, it's like a destroyed. I guess that's an important thing too, is I'm almost this could be a detail pass we do in the future, but I'm almost making this too clean. And it's ugly. That's the crazy thing, and it's ugly and I'm making it too clean. But yeah, I'm making it too uniform in some spots and too put together. It's Forgotten City because it's a fortress that is like blown up and destroyed. So we do want there to be some like, I wish there were more debris pieces in here. Yeah, we do want there to be some damage done. Let's line this up. We have enough room to slide one in here. Nope. Do we have enough for you? So I'll block this up. I do need to have this be a blocker from all sides still. So that way you can't like jump up in there and get stuck on something. But oh my goodness, my cat is just throwing a fit tonight, folks. Let's see what time it is. I really do want to get at least the initial texture pass on everything done. Where are these little guys? I'm gonna put a few up. I don't know if they have any destroyed one. There's not a lot of debris in this pack. I'll put them up and I'll leave them a little spaced out. Maybe I'll drop like this one on like the ground here as a little, ooh, as a little new ramp up in the corner. Wow, storytelling. Just, yeah, even just something as simple as that. I will block off this side. Starting to come along. Let's see what we can do for this up here. I'm not sure any of these are really gonna, of the merged ones, are going to do what I need out of them. It's weird, like the geometry's so simple, but usually that's like, I guess when you block stuff out, artists will be like, oh, well you intend for there to be something more complex here. But the thing is, I'm just trying to art up a 3DS level. Well, I do know there's stone floor throughout the entire area there, so let's go ahead and lay that out. That's certain. Just make sure this line's up here. Boop. Lower these a bit too once I have them all placed. Oh no, but actually I can save this. What are we on? We're on 100. This is 10. So 10 through 100. Oh my gosh, my cat is just yowling. I might. I'm almost worried. Like, he's throwing a real tantrum. Yeah, I might just do a quick. So I think this will be. We'll still call it blackout complete after this, but I'm gonna just kind of spit shine, likely just more materials on the rest of this, and place some foliage and do some cover replacement. So it won't be pretty or finalized, but the blockout portion of it will be complete to me. Okay, these are some heavy material. Up to 10. I'm just going to quickly group these. Just in case. See, these are little flower beds. Oh, here's the corner piece I was looking for earlier. But let me make this. Maybe we do let it expand through them a little bit. Let me see how this texture or this material looks. I guess another thing is we could replace this. Just keep them like this for now. See if there's anything in the foliage. They're in different. What do you mean? They're. Oh, this isn't. That's fine. That's fine, that's fine. Basically need that over here. This one I will make just a wall, but I will put the slit in there. Actually, I won't even make it that repetitive, and I'll put the other side here. Go. Cool, cool. It's like I need a different wall material. Look at one of the other ones. Oh yeah, we'll need decals to separate this. We do need to put some sort of shadow here for you to fall through. Let me, while I'm thinking about it, place a Killsy. Under the entire thing, actually. But what this does is it will automatically kill you if you hit it, which you might wonder, why do you want that? Well, if the player falls through the void, we want them to be able to respawn, and if they never die, they can never respawn. And the reason I'm putting it under the whole map is it's a good practice to have, especially like working with landscapes in modern games. Is if you clip through the world and just start falling, you don't want to be like stuck there forever. Excellent, perfect. Put this corner piece here and then just put one of these thicker walls. stretch this out a little more. I'm going to for now. Yeah, I don't know if we'll do another like early art pass stream like this. I think next time we do an art pass stream for this level, it will be a much more polished scale, maybe just like decals and lighting, or like a set dressing pass. But the architecture stuff I will keep working on the next 2 weeks, I guess, on my own. But my cat has been very fussy tonight, so I think he wants to go to bed and play some Sims, which is a bit early, but I will be dropping him off at my parents' tomorrow, so he probably knows and is fussy for that reason. He's a little sensitive. But I love him. Wait, let me at least do a very quick and ugly texture pass on everything else. Make sure this is lined up. Let me, can I just unlock, not ungroup. I don't want the subtractive brush, I want... Is it you? Yeah, I want to extend this a bit deeper. Same with this. Extend them both. Why not? Why not? You know what I'll do for now is... This can sign off a bit earlier. I'm gonna switch the blue to this gray surface material. Got all the itty bitty bits of it. But I'll switch it to gray so it doesn't stand out as much in the screenshots. Then I will keep working on this and we will check in on it. So our next stream that we do in 2 weeks, we will be getting ready and doing some planning for our spiral tower map, but we will do a check-in with where the materials on this map are. I want to go through Fab and look for some mega scans, I think, as well. The ACs also, they're not turning on the AC until, because it's winter, but the temperature just like jumped into like 50s and 60s and they still won't turn it on. So I'm also a little dizzy doing art pass stuff at the moment. But yeah, not as far as I would have liked to get, but still, we still got started on it at least. So I'll go ahead and just, we'll take our screenshots of the area. Alright, let me just make sure it still works. I'm gonna simulate it. That means we just watch everyone else run around for a bit. Which is a much better way of getting the point across than watching me struggle with it. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to call it for today. We ended up getting close to 2.5 hours anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap things up. I'm gonna check in on... I can see my cat just staring at me. I'm gonna check in on him. And I will get this VOD uploaded before I head out. And I will save and I will put the screenshots of what we have in the Discord either tonight or tomorrow once I get them organized. But yeah, I think that is going to... Oh, let me hit F11 here. I think that is going to call it for tonight in our current blockout progress. Thank you all so much for chilling out with me tonight. I think it was a quieter stream, so I'll probably, again, just wrap up so I can go to bed. And I will catch you all. Next game dev stream is in 2 weeks from now. We will check in on this paper design, our next arena that we're going to do from Kid Icarus. And then, as a reminder, I will be out for weekend streams as well this upcoming weekend. Likely a bonus stream, a quick like 1 hour Hades 2 stream. Likely early next week, sometime during like the evening or night. I might just pop on and show off my parents' cat Mocha while she's here. But otherwise, we will be back to streaming about a week and a half from now is when regular streaming will kick back up. We'll jump back into The Sims and we'll jump back into these arenas. But thank you guys so much for checking out the channel. I hope you all have a lovely rest of February. And until then, see you guys on the next one.